buds, welcome back to Matables and welcome back to another JoJo Bizarre Adventure. That last episode was the most delightful, terrifying, disgusting, but nice and helpful thing I've ever seen. And how are we gonna top it? Let's get into it. Hey, how's it going? Check out this thing. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. And I don't know what else to say. Because I wanted to address some other things that happened, but I forgot this comes out in 2 different weeks for both of my pieces of content. So I'm like, all right, we're in a time flux right now. Everything's crazy and weird. Hello.
ジョースケいつまでやってんのよ。いい加減そのテレビゲーム消さないと私プッツンするわよ。
あと5分お願いだ。あと5分だけやらせてくれ。今が最高に盛り上がるとこなのよ。もしここでこれをやめると俺は一度決めたことをやり遂げられなかった男として。
ほらやめないとどんどん蹴りが強くなるわよ。どこまで耐えられるかな。
He's still just a kid, man. Let him play his game.
さっさと片して宿題だよ。まったく家に帰ったら制服ぐらい脱げん。夜だし。
That's fair.
もうあなたとは会えないわ。
なんだって幸子さん。僕のことを好きじゃない。
What is the start here? Well, I guess he's using a lot of electronics, so maybe that's how it starts. Because this is about hot chili pepper, huh?
おかしいな。オフにしたと思ったかな。あれ、消えねえぞ。
空城城太郎は町を出ねえようだな。あんだけ俺が警告したのによ。へえ、どうなんだ。東方丈介。
Dude, I wish everybody said my name cool, but I don't even have a cool name, man. But I wish I had a cool name where everybody that said it would be like, Babo! Hey, Babo! Babo. You know, I just... Who doesn't want a cool name for everybody to just say it super dramatically? Oh, we're already going in. Okay, I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, we're back to disco. Never mind. Let's do some disco real quick. Hi, YouTube. Electricity. Look at it work. It's doing it.
何しに来た。
今頃聞くなよ。以前からちょくちょくこの家には寄らせてもらってたんだぜ。
Do you think that this will have some kind of rubber solution with it? It's a lot of electricity, so I wonder if they will use, like, you know, non-conductance? It doesn't seem like a word, but I feel like it makes enough sense for it to count. Right?
何？この野郎、ずっと前から俺を見てたのか。
あの始末してやった慶長の弟の。
Actually, I've also paid a few visits to... yeah. Okay, and how's that going? I thought it said Kyochi for a second. Koichi, sorry. I'm trying to get used to it without going Koji. Red Hot Chili Pepper looks a lot like Echo's level 2. Second evolution? What do we call that? Stage 2? It's got the long tail, it's got the shorter body, it's got the cell dick. It feels weird to say. I feel like I shouldn't say that. Is there ever any kind of correlation between the designs, or is it really just a choice?
つまり奥安んちもよく行くし、広瀬光一のエコーズとか山岸由香子のこともよく知っているよ。が、丈太郎のスタープラチナはこの俺にとって脅威だ。
Well, I don't know. I feel like we're pretty strong. I feel like we just need a little bit more practice. Because Jotaro has been through some nuts shit, which is why he's so strong. He was always pretty strong from the beginning, but he got stronger still. So, like, even though we have a strong sand, I feel like Josuke just started using it. So, like, I feel like he's not as strong as he will be towards the end of the season.
丈太郎の隙のなさと時をも止められるパワーのスタープラチナがな。で、日にちが経って俺のスタンドもどのくらい成長したかちょいと腕試しがしたくなってね。
Hold on a minute. Real quick, how was this show released? If you guys watched this when it was released, when it came out, did this come out weekly for like a year? Because some of this like parts still have like 20, 30 episodes. Well, I guess 20 to 25 is like normal. But this part I think is like 30 something. You know, so for the parts that have like longer, like part 3 was a long part. Like, did they just keep it running or do they take breaks? Or, well, I guess this was in the era where they're like, we're just gonna play it until it's over. Because I'm curious, because that would run like most of the year. If you do one a week, that's like, I mean, for part 3, it seems like it would be like almost the entire year the show would be running.
ジョータロウと戦う前に東方丈介、お前を比較に選んだというわけさ。ここを狙って、ほら、もっとそばまで寄れよ。
That scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna turn this down a sliver. I apologize if that scared anybody else.
早い、こいつ。
Yeah.
寝言言ってんじゃねえ。
俺が思っていたより。ご飯。
寝言言いてんなら寝かしつけてやるぜ。
If all you're gonna do is daydream, I'm gonna put you to sleep for good. Fuck him up, Josuke.
あのな、ジョータロウさんのはこんなもんじゃねえぞ。スタープラチナはよ。ジョータロウさんよりも。
There is no way Josuke would beat the living shit out of this guy. And I could be biased, but Josuke is strong. Alright.
お前もな、ジョースケ。
Josuke will physically beat the shit out of the guy's stand user. Like, Josuke's like a real life, I guess not real life, but you know, he doesn't need a stand. He can even just go in by himself and just beat the shit out of that guy.
お前のクレイジーダイヤモンド、びっくりしたぞ。
ここに呼び出したのは俺じゃねえぜ。
Dude, how cool would it be if Tonio's was like the go-to spot? Like, that would be our recovery, our safe space where we go there, we eat, we recover all of our shit, you know? And then we go back out to fight the Lord or whoever. Right now it's Red Hot Chili Pepper, but he is not strong enough to like be the main villain of this thing. He is currently the main villain, but we've just started this.
ジョータロウさんだ。
ジョータロウさんが何の用かな。
チリペッパーのことだろうぜ。
チリペッパーって。
スタンド名はハーミット・パープル。ただ、その男は年を取りすぎていてな。
No, come on. I'm sure he could still do great. Alright.
とても戦える体力はない。
年？そいつ何歳っすか？ジョータロウさんの知り合いっすか？
ああ、とてもよく知っている。
Oh my god, I forgot his relation with Josuke. Oh my god, that's right. It's his son. And his dad. Right? Because that's his uncle. Is he at... Joseph. And then his daughter. And then he slept with somebody else to get Josuke. And then Jotaro's down here because that was his daughter had a kid. And then he just had a kid. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So his grandpa, his father.
男だ。昔は結構マッチョな肉体をしていた。今は見る影もないがな。80、いや、79歳だったかな。
He is not surviving this part for sure.
まさか。
What did I tell you? I knew it. I knew it. And now he's got the information and he's gonna go kill him and he's gonna ride off with this motorcycle because I was like, oh, he's stranded. Unless we pop the tires real quick. Oh my god, okay. Alright, let's do it.
確かに聞いたぞ。
レッドホットチリペッパー。
バカだ。なぜこの野原に奴が。こいつはまずいな。このまま逃げられたら、ジジイのところに先に行かれてしまう。
ジョスケ君、岩をぶつけてあのバイクを破壊するんだよ。
いいえ、待ちな。あの野郎はよ、因縁的によ。
Oh, he's gonna erase the spot and bring him back.
この虹村奥安が
空間を削り取った。
のことだ。バイクの前輪が。
Where the fuck are you gonna go now? Nowhere. You're done. You're basic.
これで逃げられねえな。頭使ったな、オキヤス。でかしたぜ。あよ。やろう。
どのくらいてめえのスタンドが呪いか、たっぷりとよーく味わわせてやる。
I wonder if have you guys heard of Fire Force? That's the show with like the nuts audio. I've never like watched it, but I know it's got that, you know what I mean? That the deep bass. I wonder if this inspired it at all. You know, this did come out a while ago. I don't know when this part came out compared to Fire Force, but you know, Jojo's obviously influenced a lot of different animes in a lot of different ways. So I wonder if they heard that and they're like, let's make that the noise. Let's do that, because that is a huge thing in this too, is that bass. I don't think it hits the same as it does in Fire Force, because at Fire Force they have that kind of like that like force, that pressure, because of all that, like, I guess fire maybe. But in this it's more of like a dramatic transition instead of like a show of destruction. And sometimes it is a show of destruction, but it's for some reason it's like a different, because in that one it feels like it's combustion rather than like power. Yeah. I love how he's just cursing up a storm here, but he's also just calling him a jerk. You murdered your brother and you're like, you jerk. You swiped a power line? Oh my god. That's actually nuts. I didn't even think about that. Didn't even think that was an option. I didn't think it would be running just in the middle of like a park looking thing, you know? And does that mean that Red Hot Chili Pepper couldn't just go into the ground? Is it because the ground is grounded and he can't travel through it? I figured he would be able to, but maybe he needs a little bit more direct contact than that.
俺は本当に弱っちまっていたのだよ。バイクのバッテリーはたった12ボルトしかねえからな。危ねえ危ねえ。おかげで蘇った。奥安、もしお前がお利口さんで丈太郎の言う通りとどめを刺さなければ、俺はバッテリー切れで消滅していたよ。
That is a huge risk for him to take. To like go somewhere, like if a battery will kill your stand, that is a huge risk for information. Even though it was good information, but still, that's crazy. But then we're gonna use that to our advantage in the future by either using generators, and we can turn off the generators when he's in there or some shit like that. But if he's in a location and we turn off the power, does it just sever the connection and he goes back to his host, or is he stuck there? We can fix that. We can fix that. We have a healer in the party. It is the main character. You're okay. This would normally be a huge problem in any other part, but we have a solution.
お前の兄の慶長はお前のことを足手まといと言ってたな。その通りだ。精神が未熟なんだよ、お前は。 敵討ちなんて最初から無理なんだよボケが。バイバイだジョータロジョースケジョセフ・ジョースターだったか。その老いぼれもこいつら西村兄弟と同じ目に遭ってもらうぜ。俺の勝利だ。
Okay. That is more of a problem. He could be dead. Right?
引きずり込まれた。奥安か。
やれやれだ。あそこまで追い詰められて切り抜けるとはな。
かなりヤバいスタンドっすね。遠隔操作ができて、しかもパワーじゃ電力会社すべてを利用できる。何を言ってるんだあんたたち。奥安かが殺されたって時に敵の能力。
Well, he didn't die yet. He just is most likely dead.
分析なんか。
そうだったな。奥安の心配をするか。
そうっすね。
不幸中の幸いってや
Suppose
つだ
so?。
奥安には強運がついているようだな。
奥安のやつ、右腕を切断されたのが幸運だったっすね。クレイジーダイヤモンド。
There's no way you can just bring him back like that?
この腕を治すっつうことはよ、体が戻ってくるっつうことよ。うおー！やったーい！奥安くんが戻ったー。くそ、俺はあの野郎に完全に負けた。くそくそ。
He was almost. That is nuts. I didn't know it was gonna work like that. I thought they were gonna use like a purple hermit to like track him, but like his stand is just broken, dude. It seems nuts.
お二人さ、クールすぎやしない？奥安くんがショック受けてるっていうのに。港行くならこっちの方が近いっすよ。そうか。ちょっとってば。兄貴を超えるか。学ばしてもらったよ、チリペッパー。
ミスター・ジョースター、そろそろ森王港に
Pentagon. What is a Pentagon?
到着ですよ。
What is this outfit? What is this outfit, dude?
よ、やつは潜んでね。異常なしだ。出発できるぜ。
ジョーズか。
It's kind of crazy that he can sense that. And I wonder if it's like a repair thing that he has. Because not everybody can sense other stands, right? So is it just like him like breaking things down and putting them back together and seeing if the stand is actually there? Kind of like what he did with the spaghetti?
ジジイの船に向かうのは俺と奥安だけだ。お前は光一君と一緒にこの港に残れ。町の模型屋からラジコンを盗んでる。
An RC airplane. I don't know if that would be enough because he has his like strength based on the size of the battery. Well, I guess once he gets to the boat, he can access the boat's electricity. All right, never mind. That makes sense.
ってとこかな。
ラジコンの模型飛行機。ありうるよ。スピードが乗れば模型飛行機とはいえ、時速100キロ以上出るって言うよ。このモーターボートより速いし。
そうか。
Oh, he is old.
わしの杖はどこか知らんかね。
目の前にあるじゃないですか。
ああ。
A speedwagon. That's it's Pentagon. I was like, what? Speedwagon. Okay.
自分の父親か。長介くん、どうかした？
Dude, isn't it crazy that Joseph has been around for like a lot of the show? You know, it's almost like he's like the OG main character because he's just like we had Jonathan, but we only had Jonathan for like 10 episodes, right? 10 or 12 episodes. And then we had Joseph from that point up until where we are currently. We've had Joseph for so long, and I am not upset about it whatsoever. It has just baffled my mind that he's gone through seasons. Multiple. I mean, I guess a lot of characters go through multiple seasons, but we're going through like timelines, you know?
生まれてこの方、会ったこともない男、いきなり父親だって言われてもよ。なんかな。
クー 城城太郎、頭の切れる男だ。やっぱりあの男だけには見つかりたくないぜ。
That is something. I mean, they definitely made it music related, which is interesting, right? At least it kind of reflects it a little bit, unlike the other ones that have been like just the name, which I still think is a cool idea. You know, if you're not good at naming people, just take other people's names. That's fine. Do what you gotta do.
このラジコン飛行機スピットファイヤーは5分あればジョセフ・ジョースターの船まで行ける。一方モーターボートは船まで8分から10分ってとこかな。さっきの奥安のようにな。
下がってろコーチ。
行くぜ東方丈介。
ちょっと待ってくれ。
え、
その前におめえが小指だけっつうんなら俺の方もルールを決めとくぜ。
ルールだ。名前言ってんじゃねえぞ。おめえごときやルールなんていらねえ。
That was such a quick response. Could you imagine someone like threatening you with their pinky and you just fucking punch that shit in? That's nuts. That noise is pretty cool. It's very unique. It's very weird and makes my brain tickle a little bit, but I like it.
紙一重の差で地下電線の中に逃げている。そして高速並みの速さ。
Alright, this is where we're gonna see the best defensive mechanism from my boy Koichi. We'll get there. Koji was so much easier. So this is where I would be like, deflect, dodge, and I'd spit that onto Josuke, right? And then protect him from any kind of physical attacks, right? I don't know. We're learning a little bit more about Cell, but I think to that kind of extent it could work decently, or like resistance.
やっぱり長太郎さんだけだ。追いつけるのは。
ダメだ、ジョースケ。
I told you about the rubber last episode.
タイヤを。
気づいた時はもう遅えかな。
てめえタイヤをわざと破裂させたな。直してタイヤゴムの中に閉じ込めるために。
そうか。
Look at his stupid little smile.
タイヤのゴムは電気を通さない絶縁体。チリペッパーは電力を使えない。
しまった。海がまずいんだよ。
そうや。塩水ってのは思いっきり電気を流すんだ。海は広いから電気のエネルギーは四方八方に散ってしまう。
悪かった。お願いだ。
Salt water conducts electricity? Well, doesn't water do that too, though? Technically? You know, because it's the whole toaster in the tub thing? I don't know why that's my first example. But does salt water do it differently?
確かふざけた考えを反省するとか言ってたが。
ああ、ところで君は名前は何というのかね。
奥安っす。
奥安。
ジョースケとは近所で。
What if he's just faking it? Just to get like a read on people? You know, he faked being dead or transforming into like Dio. I'm sure he's faking being as old as he is.
俺もスタンド使いっす。
え？
スタンド使い。
え？
スタンド使い。
ああ、いかんぞ司会。
スタンド使いだよ。
おお、そうなのか。スタンド使いなのか。
荷物を運びに来ました。
Excuse the fuck out of me? When he fell in the ocean, did he teleport his conscience across the ocean to the boat?
おお。
ところでおそ松くん。
大変です。敵がこの船に乗っています。音石明はまだ死んでないそうです。
マジかよ。
ミスター
Are we not expecting the jacked man with purple long hair?
ジョースターを 誰だ
なんか言ったかい？
いやこいつ
言ったのは私です。こいつ我々スピードワゴン財団の人間じゃないぞ。
なんだ
Oh my god, we're playing Among Us right now.
こいつが敵です。
本当か？やろう。
ああ待ってください。
本体は
てめえだ。
He hit that dude so hard he bounced off the wall.
二度もおちょくんなよ。この虹村奥安を。
Yeah, tell him.
なんでわかったんだ？知りたいか？なんで？
I guess.
二人ともぶん殴るつもりだったんだよ。俺頭悪いからよ。え？何？なんでよ？あとは弓と矢を回収すれば終わりか。この町の危機も。
What is with this guy in hands? This was in the beginning of the show too. This guy cuts off people's hands. For what reason? I don't know anything about who this man is. It looked like a guy's hand. We started the show off, this part off, with a zoom out of a hand just on a table. I think we need significantly more information, but it is a huge thing. Which we'll maybe find out in the next episode. I'll see you guys next time.